You are probably aware of many things about the famed footballer Neymar, but there are a few dark things I can bet you've never even heard of. And in this video, I'll run you through some of them. These are the 10 things you didn't know about Neymar. Starting with the 10th, Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. is one of the world's most popular football players, earning a whopping 40 million euros annually from PSG, not to mention the additional 25 million euros from Puma and so on. But what if I told you he wanted to quit football to pursue his passion for playing poker? Yeah, he feels football isn't making him enough and wants to go pro in poker instead. What a twist. See, Neymar's been making hundreds of thousands of dollars with a single hand every month and dreams of quitting football and becoming a professional poker player, where he believes he could make more money than he currently is. It is interesting to note that Neymar's passion for poker is not just about money. He enjoys the game and has found it a great way to unwind and escape from the pressures of football. He even named his dog Poker. Crazy, right? He loves the freedom it offers him, with no annoying coaches or weird brand deals. Well, don't worry, you aren't about to stop seeing your favorite player on the pitch, at least not yet. He is still committed to his football career at PSG, where he continues to earn most of his millions. Poker is still good, at least it's making him money. But next, on our 9th spot, is an addiction that takes thousands of dollars from him. And not just that, it could ruin the source of that money, his football career. Neymar is the kind of guy that really loves attention, and he doesn't mind doing crazy things just to get it. He spent 40k on guns. Hey wait, he isn't shooting anyone, they were virtual guns. You see, Neymar loves gaming, which I think might not actually be the best thing for him. Now, don't get me wrong, I love gaming as much as the next person, but when it starts to affect your professional career, that's when things get a little worrying. Neymar has been suffering from some devastating injuries lately, and it turns out that his addiction to gaming might be the cause. Instead of training and practicing football like he's supposed to, Neymar spends hours on end playing games like Call of Duty and CSGO, and he's damn good at it too. His highlights have racked up over 1 million views, and when he realized he had a live audience of over 100,000 people, it seems like he got a little too caught up in the attention. He took it a bit too far when he missed football's most prestigious award ceremony, the Ballon d'Or in 2018, just to play Call of Duty. The media went crazy. But what made the media crazier was something that happened in our 8th spot. I mean, who wouldn't go crazy after seeing Neymar's underwear? I'm sure the ladies will be excited. I already mentioned that the football star loves the attention, and this was one of the stunts he also pulled to go crazy viral. Back in 2014, during a match against Cameroon in the FIFA World Cup, Neymar did incredibly well by putting the ball in the net 2 times in the first half. So during halftime, when all the attention was on him, he didn't want to let that moment slide, so he decided to give everyone a peek at his underwear while he was walking out. He got exactly what he wanted, the viral fame. But what he also got along with that, which he probably never wanted, was a huge fine. Yeah, that's right. FIFA wasn't thrilled about his underwear display and slapped him with a hefty $125,000 fine. They opened an investigation against Neymar for underwear violation. We all know that's just pocket change to Neymar, but what happened in our 7th spot could ruin his career, because he might face a jail term of at least 5 years. Growing up in poverty, Neymar was given the chance to play professional football for Santos, where he quickly became a sensation in Brazil. He broke records, was compared to legends, and became one of South America's greatest young players. However, all along, Neymar had ambitions to play for the biggest club in the world, which led to his transfer to Barcelona, shocking fans of Santos and his home country. Santos felt betrayed and thought Barcelona had manipulated Neymar, so they decided to investigate. The findings were shocking, Barcelona had allegedly secretly paid over $65 million to Neymar's family to assure he wouldn't sign for another club aside from the $19 million paid on paper. Unfortunately for Neymar, he may face legal troubles due to allegations of illegal payments made during the transfer. Number 6. Court cases are something nobody wants, except those making money from them anyway. But I guess it's more preferred when compared to what happened to Neymar when he was just 4 months old. As they made their way up the winding mountain road to see their beloved relatives, little did they know that fate had a deadly storm in store for them. The sudden tempest descended upon them without warning, reducing visibility to nil and tossing their car like a mere toy. Neymar's father suffered a dislocated hip and clung to life with all his might, but his terror turned to panic when he realized his son was missing. Frantically searching inside and outside the car, he despaired until a faint whimper drew his attention to the driver's seat. There lay Neymar, bloody and battered, but alive. With relief flooding their hearts, they called for an ambulance and raced him to the nearest hospital. This occurrence almost killed him when he barely even knew anything at all, but wait till you hear about the time he almost got someone killed without knowing. In the 5th spot is when Thiago Mendes received a red card for a poor tackle on Neymar that damaged the Brazilian forward's ankle during a Lyon vs PSG match. Neymar was stretchered off and was in tears. This made many fans furious, and they began sending death threats to Mendes' family. If something happens to Neymar, you will pay with your life, you and your family, one by one. However, everything calmed when the doctors confirmed nothing serious had occurred. But something serious almost occurred when he suffered a back injury in the FIFA World Cup 2014 during Brazil's 2-1 win in the quarterfinals over Colombia. During the match, Camilo Zaniga kneed him in the spine, almost making him lose his ability to walk. The pain was so intense that he thought his football career was over. He described it as the worst moment of his football career. When the results came out, the doctors diagnosed that it was a lumbar vertebrae fracture. You won't believe that he was saved from total paralysis by just a distance of 2 centimeters to his spinal cord. Number 4. Well, injuries for athletes are kind of normal. It's beyond their control and sometimes could put them at risk of ending their career against their choice. However, not long after Neymar joined FC Barcelona, he desired to end his career. Neymar's emotional state was in shambles when he moved to Barcelona. He frequently shed tears, and the pressure of the media and the public took a toll on him. The overwhelming stress of it all pushed him toward the brink of leaving the club until he found solace in the guidance of none other than the legendary Lionel Messi. In the depths of despair, Neymar sought out the support of his teammate, who had first-hand experience of living under the constant gaze of the media. Messi's words of encouragement were exactly what Neymar needed to hear. "You have to be the same lad you were at Santos. I'm here to help you." And with that, the best player in the world took the young star under his wing and lifted him out of his darkness. Number 3. But what happened on the 26th of January 2020 brought tears to his eyes again, the ones that no one can ever bring him out of. PSG was against Lille, and Neymar had scored a leading goal in the first half. After the first half, his spirits were high as he prepared to do even better in the second half. But as he got to the locker room and opened his phone, the news he got broke him in tears. His very good friend, Kobe Bryant, had died. However, he didn't let this affect his performance in the next half, and when he scored another goal, he gave it to Kobe by indicating the number 2 and 4 with his fingers, which was, of course, Kobe's jersey number, 24. After the match, he decided to make the memories of Kobe a permanent part of his life, so he got a tattoo of Kobe's favorite quote on his thigh that said, "People don't understand how obsessed I am with winning." Number 2. During the 2014 World Cup, Sony landed an incredible deal worth $280 million to be named the official headphones of football. In order to maintain their exclusivity, FIFA prohibited players from wearing any other brands of headphones. To enforce the rules, Sony distributed free headphones to every single team. However, soon after players arrived at the arenas and began their pre-game routines, they discovered that these headphones were poor quality. Rumors soon began to spread like wildfire about how terrible the headphones were, prompting players to act and stand up for themselves. And here came Neymar to steal the show again like he always does. He teamed up with Beats Dr. Dre and made a commercial that debuted during the World Cup. The commercial was an instant hit with over 34 million views, and it showed the world that Sony's headphones just couldn't compete. This single act sent Sony's value down by a staggering $1.7 billion. It's a miracle that he wasn't sued, because what he did in the #1 spot when he was much younger sure landed him in big trouble with his father. You see, Neymar has loved cars since he was young, and one day he came across a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win his dream. He wasn't going to let this pass, so he took the money he was supposed to use to pay an overdue electricity bill to buy a raffle ticket, so he could stand a chance to win the car. He spent that night fantasizing about cruising in his dream car down the street, and you know, when children fantasize, they almost don't see an impossibility. Well, the next morning, he opened his eyes and heard his father call him. Thinking he had won, he ran as fast as possible, but his father wasn't smiling. He was pissed, as the electric company had done what they know how to do best and shut off the power of their home. Ouch. Well, his dreams did later come true. $400,000 Audi R8, $240,000 Ferrari 458 Spider, $200,000 Porsche Panamera Turbo. Yeah, those are his. You want to find out more? Watch this video right here to see the stupidly expensive things that football players own.